One fine day, Tim was taking a walk in the forest when he came across an old woman who was tripping. He immediately ran to her and assisting her to stand up. "You're all right?" Tim asked, with a hint of worry in his tone. She gazed at him and smiled, saying, "Thank you, young man. To be saved by you, I'll offer you something in return." No need to thank me." "Oh, it's nothing," replied Tim, raking his hand through the back of his neck. The old woman's lips spread in a broad smile and she said something under her breath. Suddenly, there was a slight tingling feeling in his body. "What the?" He glanced downward in disgust as his chest constricted and his form began to change. What's happening to me?" Tim choked as the clothes on his body expanded and contracted. He gradually lost the broad shoulders and his skin became flabby. His hands became small and hair, which had begun to grow on his head, fell on his shoulders in curls. "Ah! No, no, no! What did you do to me?" Tim screamed. His voice was shrill and not his own. "You know, Tim," the old woman said with the laughter in her voice, "you have assisted a highly powerful woman today. In return, I offer you the power of magic, or rather, a sort of magic." Tim's eyes opened wide when he understood that he was fully transformed. He was transformed into a beautiful girl. "You're a woman now, Tim. Or should I say, Tessa?" Tim's mind raced. "Tessa?" The old woman cackled, watching Tim, now Tessa, gawk at her new appearance. "It has been established that the magic can only be made by women. That is why, if you want to learn it, you have to be a woman." Tessa lifted a trembling hand to her face, attempting to get used to the smooth skin and fine-boned structure. Okay, but I wasn't really planning on being a girl today." "Oh, I know, sweetie," the old woman said, clearly amused. "It is somewhat strange, but you will adapt to it over time. Oh, I assure you that this is only the start." Tessa could feel her hands shaking, and she tried to control them with her fingers tightly clamped together. "This is insane. I can hardly believe it. This is happening. How do I even walk like this?" She tripped over her feet, still feeling the new changes in her body. The old woman simply dismissed her hand in a casual manner. "Don't worry, you'll learn quickly. The first law of magic is to accept yourself, and you're a woman now. So go on, Tessa. Let me see what you are capable of doing." Tessa blinked, her mind spinning. "Wait, what? You want me to use magic now?" The old woman looked at her with a mischievous smile on her face and nodded head. "That's right. Well, my friend, you are going to learn magic the right way. There is no looking back now, my young one." Tessa sighed, her hands shaking as she raised them up to her face, and then fell away again. "Okay, here goes." She said the words that the old woman had told her before. It was a shock when she saw a flash of magic coming from her fingers. "Wow, I did it?" The old woman clapped her hands. She was happy. "See? Well done, Tessa. It was evident you had it in you. Magic is in your blood now. It is all about having faith in yourself, and you do have that power." Tessa's eyes were wide as she looked at the small explosion of magic hovering in the air. Okay, wow. I didn't expect this at all." "Don't worry, Tessa," the old woman said and grinned. "This is just the beginning. You will be a powerful witch, but before that, you have to accept the fact that you have a new identity." Tessa was still stunned and stood there in a state of shock. "Yeah, Tessa. Yes, I suppose that there are things that I have to learn now." She took a deep breath, and her thoughts were immediately filled with the possibilities. Interestingly enough, this is going to be an interesting. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.